in the room? We have one. Come on. Any other? Look at this. She's getting ready. Like you have to prepare the weapon before she can. Rip the right, you can come on stage.
Yeah.
Come on up here. Why don't you come on up? Oh, you need some help? Hi there. What's your name?
Delaney.
Hi, Delaney. Come on over here. Let's put you next to Rod, and I'll let you talk to Rod. What do you think, Rod?
That's amazing.
So,
how long did it take?
About 9 months.
About 9 months. So this is the equivalent of a child. You have a child here. So you can either have, something to carry on your lineage for the rest of your life, or you can make this armor. Your choice.
Same thing.
Suit armor.
Good choice. It looks great. That's amazing.
Thank you.
And so, here, the least I can do is give you a couple of times.
here, I'll give you a couple of mine as well. There you go. Nice work.
Everybody give Delaney a big hand.
Have you had a chance to play the game yet, Delaney?
I haven't yet.
Okay. Well, you swing by the booth here or across the street at Nerdy HQ. We'd love to have you. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Give me the Xbox. Did you hear that?
Especially like Bayonetta's, and then grab the Xbox and go. So one of the things we really want to do about cosplay too is that in the past we haven't really done a great job of supporting the cosplay community. When we started with Ultimate Edition, when we started doing, what are you doing? Thank you. So personal. So what we've done is we've actually taken our cosplay guides to sort of the next level. So where before we just had sort of the one shot and some call outs, we actually are making, this will be available I think later today, I believe is for a bunch of the different characters where we'll have full 360 turnarounds. We're going to have the actual itemized call outs in detail, like what kind of materials and paint and those sorts of things for both obviously the Coalition and the Swarm. So again, detailed call outs. So it's one of the things we really want to do is support the cosplay crew out there. So look forward to those later today.
All right.
So now let's talk about this thing.
Yeah.
So this is the Gears of War custom console. It is crazy in that it is the deepest laser etching they've ever done on a console. If you watch, there's a video that went out that actually catches fire as they're laser etching the scratch marks.
That is not a decal, that's the real deal.
Yeah, that's an actual scratch. And so we decided to design it based on this idea of defending your life with the console and smashing a monster in the head and having blood go out and having it scratch it. And, it was a really cool process that went into it. It's got the Crimson Dome on the front and the Phoenix Summon on the back. But we have a cool video to show you that is basically the hype video for it. And I hope we'll tell you a little bit more about it in a second.
I'm talking crazy, half past the clock's Google. Famous, I'm talking what you rapping, I slap you, take what you got and run the juice.
Yeah, so there's lots of really cool content that comes with this. That's one of the big things it's kind of, when people talk about early access, it's usually a digital thing, but they've actually been able, because we're doing a digital code inside of the console, what it means is, if you pick up the console, you'll get it on October 7th and have early access to the game as well, because it comes with the Ultimate Edition built in as part of it. And as well, there's the pre-order, which gets you vintage Dell. When you get the console, you get vintage Oscars, so there's a bunch of extra digital exclusives you get when you get the console, so it's pretty cool. But you and I talked about this recently.
Yeah, you invited me up to the studio, and we did this. We did a video that. Do you guys? I don't know if you ever watched a show I do called This Week on Xbox, and it's on every Friday. It's on every Friday on your console. I put it on Twitter and YouTube. But I went up there and I spent a lot of time, not only with Rod, but also with the designer. And you want to talk a little bit about Monique?
Yeah, Monique is amazing. She was from the hardware design team, and usually when you do stuff like this, they're trying to do like the you know, in all honesty, a lot of times it's like, what's the least we have to do to make this a custom console? Like, can we just change the color? And Monique was not that at all. She was just like, we spent almost an entire day going through the story and our themes and our art direction and truly trying to understand what it was that made Gears 4 Gears 4. And then they went and said, like, how can we push it? How can we do things we've never done before, like this laser etching and the sounds and all the things that would be unique to this particular console. And it was an amazing collaborative experience, especially like we had the same thing on the controller, huge laser etching. It's really cool, like to feel like scratched in, you know, buttons, and it was just a great collaboration. And then once we had that, we were like, okay, well, now we need something for the Coalition. Sorry. And so we even have a JD themed controller as well, based on the chest plate and the armor from JD. And so it was just this great, like, taking it to the next level, and it was really fun to work with her. She was amazing.
So this video, we have this video that we did that we're not going to show it here. I'll put it up on my Twitter account later on today so that everybody around the world can see it, because we really wanted to give as much time possible, because this video is like 8 or 10 minutes long. We wanted to give as much time as possible to our special guests, right?
Speaking of special guests.
Speaking of special guests, so why don't we just roll right into that?
All right, and you're off.
First up, ladies and gentlemen, you know him, you love him, Liam McIntyre. Come on out here, Liam. Liam is the voice of JD Phoenix.
Yeah.
Were you just back there playing Pokemon Go with your phone?
No, but I don't want to alarm anyone. There may be a doduo somewhere. Just saying. I was listening to someone else making fart sounds. That's what I was doing. Just happened. Hey, everybody. Wow, there's so many people here. That's awesome.
Right?
Woo! Thank you. Welcome to Gears.
Now, JD, I want to talk to you a little bit about working on the game. I'm going to ask every single one that comes out like this, but this is your first time you worked with Rod in the Gears project, right?
That's correct.
The last, apparently, he doesn't like working.
I would never work with you again. I'm
What?
all these people.
You got a lot of projects coming your way, people calling you all the time. What made you say yes
So
about
that's
this
another
one?
person right there. No, I'm busy. I'm doing Gears. What was that?
What made you say yes to this project?
Gears of War.
Right.
It's freaking cool. It's kind of a no-brainer. Well, I've been a gamer since I was before I could walk on my like Commodore 64. Not that old. It was a late edition.
That was an age joke, thanks. That was directly at me, I appreciate that. Go ahead.
It's okay. It's like you use Spectrum. That's all right. But yeah, so I've been playing them for so long, and the idea that I could be in a game is about as cool as things get for me. So,
Right.
More people are coming. Hey guys. Yeah, so that's, I don't know, it's one of those, it's a AAA franchise game. It's something to define the Xbox. The opportunity to be part of that is kind of amazing. For me.
I approve.
Xbox.
Well, it's great to have you on board.
Thanks.
All right, let's bring out our next special guest, the voice of Kate Diaz, Laura Bailey. Come on out here, Laura. Now, look, I just want to point out, I want to look at, these are just some of the games that Laura has been in. So she is...
We don't have enough, there's not enough PowerPoint to put all the games that Laura is in, so...
What's happening?
So Laura, I want to talk to you about, you know, this is, we've got on the screen here some of the games you worked with: Uncharted, Halo 5, WoW. Tell me what it was like working on this game. You know, what number game is this of yours, first of all?
I don't know, actually. I don't know, like 200?
My God.
But just the best.
Just the
of
best,
all,
thanks,
for
Laura.
sure. No, I mean, it's a freaking dream come true. This game.
Windows?
Windows. Well, apparently it's like a Windows 10 update.
Apparently the panel has gone on too long without us saying the word Microsoft, so we need to, that's a reminder that is brought to you by Microsoft Xbox.
Anyway, Windows 10 available now.
Laura,
I'm not fired.
you know, this is, you've been associated with like Uncharted 4, which is, you know, it's an amazing franchise. What's it like being in this family now and being part of this Gears family?
I've been so amazed at how just freaking welcoming everybody has been. I mean, I've worked on very few projects that have really felt like such a family as we've been recording it, and everybody at the Coalition has been just so amazing at making sure that we're a part of the entire process, and that's new, and that's a really cool thing, and working with other actors who are actually excited to be working on the game as well, and are as big of fans as we all are is really freaking awesome.
We love it. Well, there was a big moment at E3 this last month, right, Rod? Do you want to talk about that when we have the show?
Yeah, we were the only ones to swear on stage at E3. Like,
Again, Microsoft.
Available now. That was a reminder, don't swear. By the way, if you want to send hate mail for that sound, it's Adam Fletcher, Pez Radar on Twitter. It's his laptop, and apparently his porn download is complete.
I think he left his mail open or something here.
Hard drive's getting full. Anyway, so because of Laura's body map. Okay, really?
It's gonna be amazing. Everybody take a shot. Or if you're under 18, don't.
21.
Just wait.
21.
Oh, it's different here.
Yeah, it's different here.
Listen to the Americans. I don't know what's happening. I'm new at this.
Don't take advice from Liam.
Don't take advice from me on anything. Anything.
So I'll switch slides here. So I will switch. Okay, what did you do, Larry?
Technology.
Oh, okay. Now the entire panel's gone to hell.
Is that the blue screen of death? No, it's not.
So there we go.
Okay.
It's a touch screen. I'm touching.
Okay. So at the E3 demo, we had Laura had her big emotional moment where she tells the monster what to do with himself, and it's our I was proud that we were the only game that's swearing on the E3 stage, which was awesome. Although you got bleeped out huge.
I know.
The
Nobody
bleep
knew what
made
I
it worse.
said.
The bleep honestly made it worse because instead of bleeping just the word, they bleeped the entire sentence, and it made it look like you were swearing like unbelievably long. I was like, that's like a 15-syllable swear. That's amazing. I want to learn that swear. That was a good swear. But one of the things I thought would be fun to share with you, because Gears we're part of the Get Shit Done GSD mindset, and I can say I understand there's a warning you're not supposed to swear, but it's Gears.
I get that Microsoft sound.
So and John's not here yet, so all bets are off.
Warm them up.
Yeah. But what we did, so we were doing this scene, and we were going like, oh, we want more emotion, and we'd already done the mocap, and Laura had already done the dialogue, but we're trying to get more inspiration for the animators, so we're like, we're just going to do this old school, and we're in the recording studio, and I'm like, Laura, how about I lie on the floor and film you stepping on my face? And she's like, sure. And so I thought,
How could you say no to that?
she could not. So I thought I'd share with you a behind-the-scenes video of us making this moment happen in real time. So anyway, at the very, very end, audio guy gets really loud, so just FYI, at the very, very end. But don't kill the beginning, just at the very, very end, it gets really loud. Anyway, here we go. This is us getting facial reference.
Oh no. Oh no.
You swore we're all connected, right? In your hives. Well then, broadcast this. We're getting my mother back. Then we're burning your goddamn hive to the fucking ground!
It's such a flattering angle, really.
Up the nose is the best angle.
I find.
The greatest thing in the whole beginning of that was that as soon as we said, okay, we're going to start doing this, and she slowly goes over and zips up her jacket.
I realized my shirt was a little too low.
It's like, you're trying to see down my top.
All right. Moving on. All right, let's bring out the voice of Dell, Mr. Eugene Byrd. Come on out here, Eugene.
John here, we all messed
Don't
this
worry
up.
about John.
We messed this up. Anyway, wow, I'm actually taller than the microphone.
That's your name on the back.
Don't just swear.
I won't swear, I promise.
This is typical because
we need to get
Gene
everybody.
doesn't take direction well, so
We're gonna redo some of the names.
We all messed this up.
Yes, it's all John. We started off wrong anyway. Welcome, Eugene. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you. Having fun?
I'm having
Have you been to Comicon before?
This is my first time.
It's the first time, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think so far?
Man, it's overwhelming at the moment, so I'm still trying to figure it out.
But you're part of this. Now you're part of this fraternity or sorority.
Yeah.
You're part of this group now that is,
What?
this.
You're trying to say that Australian. You're trying to say that Australian. No, not gender thing. Is it a club? Okay, good. Thank you. I'm okay. Carry on.
Flatter me.
But now you're part of this exclusive fraternity, the Gears. That's gotta be great to have on your resume and working with this world-class talent.
Just here.
Are we also adding Rod into this? Or?
No, I'm leading the way.
Absolutely world
I'm
class.
trying to get out of the shot.
So how long were you in the studio working on this? You know, how long was your part, without giving too much of the story away?
What was it? We worked 4 hours a day over the last like a year and a half.
Yeah, we did a bunch of sessions. What's the nice thing about an ensemble piece is that like all three, we had basically, though JD is the lead, but all three, I mean, basically.
Wait, JD's the
No, you don't. No,
Wait,
no.
what?
Sorry. Yeah. Damn, I gave it away. Sorry. Supposed to save that for Laura. By the way, Laura, you're not.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, it was great because we did a lot of collaboration and there, a lot of sessions out. We did a lot of recording.
Yeah, what a lot of folks don't know is that normally when video games are recorded, the voice tracks, and Laura, I'm sure you know this, is usually you do them by yourself, even though there's another character in your scene. Maybe somebody is reading that's the producer or something. But you guys actually did much of this together in the studio,
well,
right?
that's good. Let's bring John out and then we can talk more about that.
Oh, all right, let's do that.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know him, you love him, the voice of Marcus Peters, John. He also plays a few other roles that you may be aware of.
Nobody knows this. He's an unknown that we are introducing in this game.
He's a new talent. You're gonna
I think he's got a lot of talent. I think that kid's going somewhere.
Hey, where's the porn?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? San Diego.
John, does this feel like you're handing off the Gears franchise to this new cast? I mean, you've been with it for a long time.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I really enjoy working with these guys. It was a blast, and it was funny to be like the elder statesman, kind of, as far as...
You were very stately.
Yeah, real stately. But, you know, bringing a new bunch of people into the Gears world is really something. I'm just glad that Marcus is back. Because I was wondering what was going to happen with Marcus, and now we're finding out. So
not being able to talk about it almost literally killed you, I think, John. Like he was like constantly going like, "Can I talk now?" I'm like, "No, you can't talk."
No, it was the worst. Like I knew like a year and a half before everybody else did, and I was like, on Twitter, just like, come on.
You were actually,
I was constipated on Twitter, exactly. Like,
I thought you were like danger close sometimes because I was already friends with John on Twitter, and I'd say something about Gears, and he'd say something smart ass.
I was retweeting a
how
lot.
would you know anything about that?
I was retweeting a lot of your stuff, like, yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Now this next slide we have up here, we just talked a little bit about earlier, is the ensemble is three of you guys working together in this.
we actually had sessions all four. That was one of the things that we wanted to do differently. Like I don't know that everybody knows, but like a lot of times you're recording independently. Like it's people in a room by themselves for 4 hours, and you can take other people's takes and play it for them, and they try to answer that. But a lot of it is sort of solitary work. And but I wanted to try to take things up a notch for Gears 4, and so for some kind of key moments, we brought all four of them together in the room, and it was chaos and really hard to direct, but it was super fun and got a lot of a really great emotional connection and banter back and forth. And so I don't know, Laura, you and John probably do the most games on the panel. Like, how frequent is ensemble? I know in cartoons it's huge, but I mean in games, how often do you do it?
It's pretty rare. I feel like
Yeah.
lately it's been becoming more and more prevalent. I think more and more people are realizing how much of a difference it makes in the recording process when you can actually respond off of somebody else. It's a pretty cool thing.
No, it's true. And normally you don't get to record with other people when you're doing a video game. So that was a real treat. That was a lot of fun. And when you do animation, that's usually par for the course. But it was really nice. It was really fun. I know, and we had good days too.
It takes some getting used to though, like realizing you can't pick your nose when another
The hard part is not overlapping each other. That was because we also did group ad-lib sessions where we just like play the game in front of them and then let them react to it as it's being played. And when we tried a 3-person ad-lib session,
That was good.
It was fun. But everybody has an idea and everybody wants to talk, and if they overlap, you can't use it, right? So it was really interesting to watch the professionals get into a sync and find a way to be like, oh, I can tell like Laura's about to say something, so they would stop talking for a bit, let her get her line out, and then they would add, and like it became this sort of really interesting sort of handing the baton around. Like initially it was just chaos, and then you do it again, and then it became baton handling, and actually it was really usable. It was fun.
But awesome chaos,
yes.
Right? It was really good.
So what we're going to do is, we're going to have a little bit of fun here. We're going to try to capture that. We're going to do a live script read from Gears of War 4, right, Rod?
We are. But there's a decision to be made.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Okay.
What a handsome old man.
Yes. Old man Marcus. Nice.
Look at that.
They kept wanting the beard to go darker, and I'm like, I've done as much just for men as I can on the guy.
He looks cool.
Works out though.
Look at that eyebrow.
So you guys have this will be, I guess, raise hands or noise?
We'll raise hands.
Hands. Okay.
That's the line.
Both. So we have a brief one of the scripts.
And it actually says confidential on it. Can you see this?
Confidential does. Yeah. So it's part of a cinematic. It's not a whole cinematic. It's part of a cinematic, but it involves all four characters. It's a scene where Kate's mom has been taken by the monsters, the swarm, and the three of them decide to revisit Marcus Phoenix and essentially ask for help because JD has not been the best son. And he's,
all right.
You know, so he's coming back and he's asking his tail between his legs, ask his dad for help. And there's two ways we can do this. We can do this the way it is in the game, so where, you know, they each play the character they played in the game, and you can hear it as, like you will in October. Or we could switch it up and have different actors do different parts. What should we do?
Sounds possible already.
I want to put in my vote for you guys hearing it the way it is in the game.
There's some people want to hear, you know, John do Marcus, so
right?
we didn't want to rob that from you if you want that. But I kind of want to hear Laura do Marcus. This is kind of what I want to hear, honestly. But anyway, I'll leave it to you. So if you want to hear it as it was, well, close to as it was recorded, because it's been a while since we recorded it. But if you want to hear it actor to character, raise your hand.
Oh, come on!
Okay.
Okay,
I gotta do that. Now, if you want to hear with the roles switched around, raise your hand. Okay.
Well,
There we go. All right, we need to reassign things.
Okay.
Settled.
Liam?
Yeah.
In this particular scene,
Yeah.
you will be playing the role of Dell.
As Dell, huh? Uh-huh. Give me a little something so I can look out. Come on, give me something, man.
Okay, Dell is not Australian. Quick tip. So use that as your inspiration, not Australian.
Not Australian, I'm there. Not Australian.
Laura, you will be playing the part. Laura will play the part of Marcus Phoenix.
All right.
Yes.
I warned you guys. I warned you.
You will be playing the part of Kate. And John, you'll be playing the part of your son, JD Phoenix. And so, as I said, we begin in a cottage, in a lonely man's cottage. And so I will do, there's very little narration, but I will do a little bit of it just to give you context.
I'm just apologizing to Liam beforehand.
I've got to play a black man. This is really sad. I'm apologizing to most of the world right now.
This is... All right, internal Marcus's farmhouse. It's night. JD pushes open the door of the farmhouse and steps inside. Della and Kate follow. The lights inside the space are few and dim. Across the room, seated and wreathed in darkness, we see the silhouette of Marcus Phoenix.
Welcome home, James.
And you know we were here.
Marcus looks over. I'm sorry, I'm just so caught up in the Lilliput Guild kind of Marcus Phoenix figure going. Anyway, sorry. Marcus looks over to his left at a small bank of closed-circuit camera screens.
Well, now that's new.
Not that new.
Dad, we need your help.
Marcus stands.
I'm all done helping you.
This time, I'm not running from the cog.
Dell, You in this too?
Waist deep.
That's a good one, dude. That was awesome.
I got my green card, you can just have it back. You can just have it. Just take it, all right?
Perfect.
I'm sweating.
Not Australian and not coal. Not Augusta.
You asked so much.
You were supposed to keep him out of trouble.
Now, you know that's not possible.
Stop it! I'm trying.
Sorry.
I'd introduce myself, but you'll be leaving soon.
Guys?
Wait, no.
No.
You're skipping a page.
Page?
Yes, the page. The page. Two. That's the
Page? You almost saw it. Carry on.
Start that over. Start that over.
Oh, I'd introduce myself, but you'll be leaving soon.
JD.
That's good.
Show me what?
Whole village was attacked.
And my mother was taken.
Taken.
Along with all our friends.
Dad, you should look at this.
No, you look. I warned you not to join the cog. What did you do?
Dad?
I told you. Don't go outsider. The cog will hunt you down. Again, what did you do?
Would you shut up and look?
Shit.
Dell notices comic soldiers approaching the farm on Marcus's closed option screens.
Guys? Whatever. Terrifying.
I thought you said you weren't running from the cog.
Yeah, that wasn't completely accurate.
God damn it, James.
Here, have a cigarette. That'll help you. Help you get there.
That's polite. I'm so sorry. Do this right.
It was so soft and sweet.
It was good. That was good. All right.
All right.
That was Marcus
Being appointed
Phoenix
soon, so-
if his balls had been
Your Marcus Phoenix
castrated
was
when he was
awesome.
5.
Thank you, cast.
Great
Thanks,
job.
Dad.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I totally
That was
all an
beautiful.
Australian accent.
No, that was pretty good. That's a solid Australian accent.
Nice. Okay, so we haven't offended the rest of the world and we didn't start a race war, so I think we're okay. We're good. We're good.
Hey, minimum victory.
Take the victories where you can.
This is not. So I want to introduce somebody else in our. Oscar Diaz is a character who's Kate's uncle. We haven't announced who's playing Oscar, so we thought we'd do that today.
Ooh.
But since you've only seen Oscar in multiplayer, I thought I'd give you another clip of a little cinematic to show you a little bit about Oscar and his personality. So here we go.
We used to protect cocksuckers. Now we're about to raid them. Is that ironic?
Technically, no.
Raiding is what outsiders do. Until you two showed up. Now, boring.
So the man behind this particular voice.
Hey, Gears fans!
Who was that? Someone might remember me as Senator Bail Organa in Star Wars or maybe Hero in Sons of Anarchy. Rod remembers me as Victor Cifuentes, LA Law, I am thrilled to announce that I'm going to be portraying Oscar Diaz in Gears of War 4. He's a lovable new character that plays hard and fights hard, loves hard, don't say anything. I'm really excited that this is coming out, and I want everybody to check out Gears of War 4. And if you are going to be around during the convention, you can meet me tomorrow at Nerd Headquarters.
So Jimmy Smits is amazing. Fortunately, he couldn't be here today, but he's here tomorrow. So he's going to be at the Nerd HQ panel we're doing tomorrow, which I have information on.
You do.
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon, I think. I have to find the time. Adam, do you know the time? 5 o'clock tomorrow. Speaking of Nerd HQ, something that's going on right after this, we have a signing. So we have a couple of posters we'll be signing, but basically it's at the new Children's Museum. It's essentially across the street, 200 West Island Avenue. And from 5 to 6, everybody that's on the panel here will be signing for you. You can come and meet, take a picture, get something signed. We're going to have the poster that's the cover art from the game that we'll be signing, and if you're the first couple of hundred, first 300 to show up, we have a new limited edition poster called by Tony Moore, who was the illustrator for The Walking Dead, and so he did his own take on JD and his motorcycle, and so we'll be signing those as well. If you pre-order at GameStop at the show, you'll also have a chance to get that.
If we're signing, do we get to have one of those posters?
Yeah.
I'll pre-order. I don't mind.
You do that.
I'll do it.
You do that. You're not getting it the other way. So,
That's cold.
with that, a couple things we want to remind people about being able to play the game. Here, downstairs, you can play 10 minutes of the campaign. You get to fight through a wind flare with the lovely 4 people next to me. And it's a lot of fun, and we put a video about it, but you should go experience for yourself, see if you can survive the storm wall and the lightning flurries.
It was awesome.
And if you're over at Nerd HQ tonight, there we're doing, or like any time, but when you come over for the signing, you'll be able to play multiplayer as well. So we have Dodgeball and TDM. We're showing off a new multiplayer map called Forge, and our upgraded visuals since our beta. So a lot of things have changed since the beta. So. All right, and now it's time. How much time do we have?
Q&A. Like 10 minutes?
2-3 hours.
We got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
About 15 minutes. So just a reminder, if you want to queue up here to ask questions, if you could, right after we're all done here, unfortunately, because there's another panel, we're going to have to clear out here pretty quickly. So if you want to meet the cast, obviously, like Rod said, just go across the street 5 o'clock today. So let's put all our efforts into doing that.
Or we can do like an Occupy Comicon and just get you guys to stay here the whole weekend.
All room 6 is off.
That's ours. You stay away.
Well, John brought the gun, which, by the way, which is one of our new merch items. It's a new replica of the Gears 4 Lancer.
It's got a little safety tag on it.
It's got a little safety tag. It makes sounds, lights up, and so that's going to be one of the new products that's coming out later on towards October. Yeah. So anyway,
All right, let's go to the Q&A. Hi there. What's your name?
My name is Noham.
Hello.
I'm a big fan. Love Futurama.
hey, thanks.
Are we all?
I've been rewatching it again.
Wrong panel, jerk!
So my question is, did Clayton Carmine have a son or daughter, and will there be another Carmine?
That would be a great question to answer by playing the game.
Man, that was cold.
Yeah, Rod will drop some answers on you that'll just make you go like, whoa. Right. So play the game.
Does not care.
That's a game.
Yeah, so I totally hear and understand and appreciate the love for the Carmine family and their lack of life. But I think that those types of questions are better explored when you play the game.
Another question, are you wearing a Baby Rick shirt? Daddy Rick! Yeah, that's awesome.
So, thank you. Sorry.
Thank you. All right, next question. Hi there. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Terry.
Hi.
And, I have a question for the whole panel.
We're ready.
What was it like to work on Gears Ultimate Edition, which went way back to the roots of Gears of War 1, and then come to a new game and try and follow up after Gears 3?
Apparently that's directed at me.
That's you.
So one of the things we wanted to do with Ultimate Edition is we didn't want to change the feel of it. So one of the things we didn't do for Ultimate Edition, even with John, is we didn't re-record voices. So we did 2 pickups, because one of the things that happened, you may not know this, in Gears 1, we originally, Cole was called Gus the Bus. And so that Coltrane wasn't his nickname. When we first started the game, he was Gus the Bus. And what happened is there's a scene when they're trying to kick open the door of the factory, and Cole's like, I don't think this is a good idea. And he goes, I'll take that under consideration, Gus, or whatever, right? And so we were like, that lived on. We never fixed it in Gears 1. And so we were like, hey, there's a couple of places where Marcus calls him Gus that we want to fix. So we went back and just recorded him saying Cole, or we're doing one sentence. So But it was really interesting for the development team to go back and reverse engineer a Gears game to learn how to make a Gears game, right? And that's what we went in, we really tried to understand and get the team to understand like what it took to build that game. What does cover, how does encounters work, what does layout work, and those sorts of things. And to me, it was just gratifying. I really love this part of it, the dialogue and the story and the cinematics. And so going back and reimagining the cinematics, like knowing we had the dialogue in the can, that wasn't changing, but to reimagine the visuals and the camera angles and how we were going to present it was exciting to be able to do that. And so then to come and look at how far we've come from the process we used in Gears 1 to what we're doing now in Gears 4 and being able to take that further into the future. But it was just, and having just a cast. Like one of the things we did, like Unreal Tournament, those voices were recorded in somebody's basement. Like it was non-union actors doing like, GSD stuff. And one of the things we felt like for Gears is we have to bring union talent. And a lot of people question that. And they were like, well, that's an expensive way to go with a lot of content. And was like, but you can see that the results speak for themselves in terms of having really talented professional people do those roles means that actually you get through more work faster because they're professionals, and B, the quality is so much higher. So it was well, not you, but I mean everybody, Laura and Eugene and John were awesome.
They were rad.
But yeah, so it was great to revisit that stuff, and it was great. John was actually one of the first people we recorded for Gears 4, and that was one of the things because he was our touchstone. So we came in and explained, hey, you're now like in your 60s, and we played with his voice a little bit, and we brought him in and had him like play off other actors. We did some of the chemistry tests around that, and it was really cool to kind of have that ability to play.
We were originally going to do Marcus's voice like, "Oh man, hey, God damn it!" But we decided against it because there wasn't enough energy in it. But it's like
I want that version.
It's like 25 years added on. I mean, it's kind of the same. It's the same voice, but just a little weirier.
Well, it was true.